My name is Julia Thompson. I live right outside of Boston in a town called Winchester. I live with my mom, my two younger sisters, and my dog Rosie. Being the oldest in the family, I can relate a lot to my mom, as she also has two younger sisters. Growing up, her and her sisters played tennis and were extremely successful. They all got scholarships to play at great colleges. With all this tennis background in my family, I didn't really have a choice about whether I wanted to play the sport or not. As a result, I started playing tennis at a young age and immediately fell in love with it. My mom has always been a great coach to me, which she gets from her dad. My grandfather taught himself how to play tennis as a young adult and was an amazing coach to numerous people, including his 3 daughters. Him and my mom have always been my biggest supporters since the first time I picked up a racket. My passion for the sport grew each time I stepped out onto the court. I started playing tournaments when I was 9 years old. Feeling no pressure at all, I was able to do extremely well doing what I love. By the time I was 11, I was playing tournaments almost every weekend and working hard to get my ranking up in New England. I trained every day for hours and loved every part of it. I made friends from practice and tournaments from all over the region. I knew I could look forward to the weekends because I got to compete and see my friends. My biggest successes were winning the 2 biggest tournaments in New England when I was 12 years old. I got first place at both the sectional championships and the clay court championships, which were back-to-back tournaments. I was featured in the newspaper both times, which was crazy to me. I could not believe that I had actually won both tournaments, as I had not done well when I played in them the year before. These wins boosted my confidence on the court, and I was able to perform better and win more matches as a result. I became ranked number 1 in both the 12 and 14 and unders. I enjoyed competing and loved to practice. When I was 15, I had the opportunity to go to Paris with my coach and a select group of kids from my academy to compete against another tennis academy in France. It was an amazing experience. Little did I know, a week later, I wouldn't be getting any more opportunities like that anytime soon. The week after I returned from France, I signed up for a tournament feeling well prepared after my time training there. I was in the middle of my match and I was running for a ball. I tripped over my foot, my knee gave out, and I fell right on it. I heard a giant crack. I sat there in disbelief as the pain began to intensify. I knew it was something bad. My mom took me to the hospital and they told me I had fully torn both my ACL and meniscus. I could feel my face go white when they told me I couldn't play tennis for almost a year after surgery. I was so upset as we were in the middle of our high school tennis season, and it was my first year playing on the team. I watched us lose by 1 point in the semifinals of the state tournament, holding back the tears knowing we probably would have won if I was able to play. After my surgery, it was a long road to recovery. All of my coaches told me to be patient and work hard at physical therapy, so that's what I did. It was especially frustrating and stressful to know that hundreds of other kids my age were out there on the court competing and passing me in the rankings, which I could not do anything about. My ranking dropped several spots and I started to think that no college would want me on their team. I lost a lot of confidence before I was even healed. My competitors improved while I was out and I had no control over any of it. I was cleared to play almost a year after surgery. I was really nervous to get back out there, as I knew it was going to be messy since I hadn't played in so long. It took me a while to get back to the level I was at before my knee injury. I lost a lot of matches to players I used to beat. These losses brought me down and I thought everything was so unfair. I felt so unlucky to have gone injured at such a crucial time where college coaches start to look for players to recruit for their teams. I then realized the bigger picture of things. Tennis is just a sport, it's not life or death. It's supposed to be fun. Once I thought of it that way and stopped feeling sorry for myself and what had happened to me, I began to enjoy it a lot more and have better results. My dream was to play at a Division I college, but I knew that was going to be tough due to my online ranking. However, I trained extremely hard throughout the rest of my high school career, and college coaches started to reach out to me. The summer going into my senior year, I played 2 college showcases, where many college coaches from schools all around the country come to watch high school players compete. One tournament was at Yale and the other was at Harvard. I had played in the one at Yale the previous year, but I did not do well because I was paralyzed with nerves due to my low confidence after returning from surgery. However, I had grown a lot since then. I won all of my matches at the showcase at Yale and won the whole tournament at Harvard. I was very happy with what I had accomplished. One day in September, I got a call from the head tennis coach at Loyola. He said how he had seen me win all my matches at the showcase and wanted me to come visit the school. I was in shock that a school in the Patriot League was interested in me. The next weekend, I flew to Baltimore to see the school, meet the coach, and meet the team. Once I stepped onto the campus, I knew it was the right fit for me. The coach told me he would love to have me on the team, and a week later I verbally committed to Loyola. I was finally able to recognize that all my hard work had paid off. Although it was very difficult to come back to competitive tennis after my severe injury, I tried my best to have hope and not worry about what wasn't in my control. I took one day at a time and had many supporters help me through the tough journey. My family and all my coaches were so proud of my commitment, and I still was trying to wrap my head around the fact that I was going to be Loyola Greyhound on the tennis team. The coach is awesome, and so is everyone on the team. My setback has made me stronger both on and off the court. I have learned how important it is to believe in myself and be positive when things aren't going my way. I now believe that anybody is capable of anything if they work hard enough. I am currently training hard on the court and in the gym with the rest of the team as we are preparing for the upcoming season in January. I hope that my inner drive and positive attitude lead to successful results for myself and for my team this year and the years to come.